Hello everyone, welcome to Swahili Moments number 5, I think.
Yep.
My name is Connor.
And this is Carly. My name is Riley, and today we're going to be talking about the origins of Swahili moments and any other kind of childhood moments that kind of spread out from that.
Well, lesser childhood, we're still childs.
We're still childs, plural.
I mean, yeah.
Wouldn't that be children, though?
No.
No?
You crazy? It's childs. I've been childs for the whole year of my life I've been living. The whole 1 year.
The whole 1 year, even though you've been growing up a whole lot.
Yeah, definitely.
From 14 to 15.
Yeah.
You came out of the womb on February 1st last year.
Yeah, I did actually. So, our title is Swahili Moments, as no one knows. Mm-hmm. And we came up with the idea back in grade
something
three,
2,
4,
something like that.
Elementary school.
Around that time. And
we wanted to do like sketches.
Yeah.
And then at the end we wanted to say Swahili moments.
Yeah.
Because it was like a funny joke or whatever.
And it's just like, oh, what the hell Swahili? Oh, let's call it Swahili moments.
And we didn't want it to be like a podcast, we wanted to do sketches.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're sitting in music class.
Yep. Music class was that with Mr. Mailman? Or was he already retired?
I think it was
Mr.
Mailman.
Yeah.
And the music class had these books that had, the songs that children sing all creepily.
Mm-hmm. He always forced us to sing.
Yes, I remember the one about the witch and the penny or something.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I don't know if it was on like a single page or if it was on like the back somewhere. Mm-hmm. But somewhere in the book it said Swahili.
Yeah.
And neither of us knew what Swahili was.
Yeah, because we were like 8.
Whatever year it was.
7.
A long time ago. More than 10 years ago. Well, no, not more than 10 years ago. Maybe like 8 years ago. We saw it. We said, "What's that?" And we were like, "Swahili
moments." Or something like that.
Yeah, it was basically like that. And then now, like 8 years later, we're actually getting around to our idea, except it's a bit altered. Mm-hmm. Not altered.
Malted. We tried recording it when, like, a whole long time ago. It was like...
Was it in your old room?
It was in this room, but it looked a whole lot different.
Oh. Okay, that's probably why I think. Yeah, we used iMovie, I think. No,
we used that, Sony camera.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Was iMovie even out, probably?
Yeah.
A really crappy version. Anyway, we used a camera, and we had no idea what we were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, we still don't.
No.
Not at all, but...
We've just kind of wung it up until this point.
Yeah, we've got a better idea for it now.
Since we actually can have coherent thoughts.
Yes, exactly.
Since we know what coherent means.
We tried recording it, and...
It was terrible.
We had the camera out, and it was like, we just did it. We just, like, started it or something. Mm-hmm. And then it didn't go anywhere, and we're like,
we didn't even upload it.
No, we didn't do anything. I don't even know. It's probably gone now.
Well, maybe it's on that hard drive with all my other stuff.
I doubt it.
Maybe
on the laptop.
Yeah. No, because he put all that stuff onto the hard drive.
Okay. So, I mean, it's a pretty boring origin story.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's how it went.
I mean, compared to every other origin story, it's kind of different.
Yeah. Considering I don't think most of them happen in grade 3
music class.
In their elementary schools, but that's how ours happened.
Yeah.
So, speaking of elementary,
yeah,
we had a ghost club that ran from grade 2 to 5?
Probably.
I was around that time. Mm-hmm. You want to start that up?
So, who, like, it was... Did you find it and then showed, like, Evan and people? Mm-hmm. So, since the Ghost Club had to be more than grade 3 because we weren't allowed on that side.
Okay,
yet.
so isn't
At
that
least
the year
grade 3.
Yeah, but isn't that the year you could go back and forth? Or was it grade
Yeah.
3?
So it was at least 3.
Okay, yeah,
it was at least 3 plus.
Okay, yeah, 3.
So in grade 3 plus, we don't really know. Since our school had 2 like playgrounds. One was the little kids' side, which was like primary to 2, and then
you freak.
Sorry. And then there was this other one for the big kids, and it had the sports field and like the baseball.
Had all
thing.
the cool stuff.
Yeah.
Really.
And in grade 3, you either could stay on the little kids or you go to the big kids' side. We obviously went to the big kids' side, or else the story wouldn't have happened.
We were big kids. So.
Yeah, we were big kids. So there was like this open part in like the trees next to the fence. Like this fence containing all the kids inside of the soccer field.
Yes, and it looked out onto the marsh.
Yeah, onto the marsh, which our school has this like trail. Our school, well, it's not our school anymore, but
yeah, they redid like the trail and had signs and historical stuff to it. So.
Since it's not actually a part of the school, it's just kind of this community.
It's a community
walking
thing
trail now. So yeah, you could like. You go down on the side of the parking lot, and it's like this dirt trail, and then...
it goes all the way around the school, basically, but in the woods.
Yeah, and then, like, this wood, like, boardwalk part, which is... is that, like, where the opening, you could, like, see the boardwalk, and then the marsh, and then, like, the other places?
Yeah, I think it was around...
there.
Yeah, I think it was.
And, so Connor... He goes out there and sees this little dark wood.
Oh, it was foggy, by the way.
Yeah.
It was foggy. Don't forget
It was a foggy day.
It was a really gross day. Really humid.
And he goes out to this clearing part in the fence, and he looks out over to the marsh, and he sees this, what I assume...
A singular fence post.
Yeah, was actually a singular fence post.
There you go.
Which was like kind of like wet, or was like permanently black or something
because of the fog and stuff.
Yeah, so he thinks it's this like shadow person.
Yeah, and it looked like it was moving.
Yeah, so it looks like it's moving, and he's like, "Hey, Evan, come over here." I wasn't actually there at that point.
Yeah, Evan was my best friend at the time.
Yeah, at the time.
We're still friends.
I mean,
we don't talk as much anymore.
Unlike us. Because he's not in French.
Unlike this nerd I'm sitting next to.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't really know much more.
Well, I showed Evan.
Yeah.
And then I showed another one of my friends, Simon.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like kind of freaked out about
it. He was
because
terrified.
we were really little, so we were scared by literally anything.
He cried.
Yeah, he got teared up, and he was kind of scared. And basically, and then I think at some point we showed Riley, and we were like, "Oh my god, this is a conspiracy. We got to make like a club about ghost hunting."
Yeah.
And we had this other friend at the time, and he was in a club, and he was older than us, so I mean, he was more experienced in the ghost hunting world.
Are we talking about Tyler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to get in the club. You had to beat me in a race, which was impossible
at the time
because
probably still is for most people.
We always I'm gonna veer off the story a little bit.
Yeah,
but all throughout elementary, maybe not grade 6, we had a racing club that me and a few other people were in, and every recess we'd go out and we'd run from one soccer net to the other. And we had brackets and stuff to see who won or whatever. And I was always the fastest, so I always won. So we decided, like no one could get into our club.
Yeah.
To get in, you had to beat me in a race.
Was that because we just didn't like Simon at that time?
Yes. Simon, we like you now.
Yeah. Surprisingly.
Wow, okay. Anyway, so it was just us 3. And we always had meetings about the shadow
at recess,
and there was this one part at the end of on the other end of the soccer field, because this is where the fence was.
Yeah,
there was this little path you could go up, I guess, and there were these rocks there.
Yeah.
And we like put them in circles or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then was this the time that Isabel had joined?
Probably.
Well, no, she didn't join. She just kind of hung out.
Yeah.
And,
she was just kind of there.
Joined in our conspiracies.
Uh-huh.
And I remember going over to the little area because I missed a couple days. Mm-hmm. And her and Riley were there. And they were like... they were
like... the kissing tree, though.
Yeah, there was a kissing tree, too. And... the rocks were like gone or something, and they were like, oh my god, the rocks are gone. And then I remember being like mad or something, and then I remember that we did that, if someone was like a demon was near Isabel, that her eyes would turn like yellow or something.
Yeah.
So I remember being like right mad because, I don't know, and I like stormed away, and I remember them coming after me, and they were like, oh my god, Connie, you're not the demon. Her eyes weren't yellow or something. Her eyes changed colors when you went away. Because we had this thing that apparently I was the demon. And I like talked to the shadow. Because I pretended that it went to my house and talked to me.
Yeah, it was like out behind in the woods.
And I remember Riley being like, oh, yeah, he was at my house. And I was like, no, he wasn't. He was at my house. And we, talk about this little shadow guy we had.
Yeah.
And I also, before I let you say whatever.
I don't really have anything planned.
Okay, well, good, because this is a good trip.
Oh, yeah?
I specifically remember this dream that I had, and I was at our school, and I was looking at the shadow, and all of a sudden, it turned into this guy with an afro, which kind of looked like the singer for Wolfmother, which I know no one knows who that looks like, but I'll make Riley put a picture on the screen for you. And he looked like that, and he had, like, this leather jacket. Or not leather jacket. It was just, like, a jacket, like a cowboy vest. But it wasn't, like, leather or anything. It was just, like, a jacket. Mm. And he had, like, grenades in it or something. And he had, like, this RPG. And he was just running on the field. Or, like, running towards the field up from the marsh. And he was just throwing grenades and stuff. And it was, like, blowing stuff up. But I was, like, the only one there. And then it ended. Very,
oh, man.
Great thing.
And the camera died.
Good.
Yeah?
Well...
Jesus Christ, this is hot.
Oh my god. It feels like lava in the house. Okay, well...
we don't care anymore.
You want to just keep going anyway?
Yeah.
Okay. On our playground... On the big kids' playground, because we're big kids, right? This is like grade 3. Mm-hmm. There's this game for the PSP called Invisimals. And if you don't know what that is, then I highly recommend you finding out what it is. Because it's one of the best PSP games you'll ever play in your life besides Mod Nation Racers.
Mm-hmm. And it also requires the PlayStation, the PSP camera.
Yeah, you have to have a camera and like a special little play thing.
It comes with it, though.
Yeah, it comes with it. Well, there's the singular version, and there's like the deluxe version. Mm-hmm. Anyway, as soon as you walk in the playground and take a right, there's like a climbing wall.
Yeah, and there's blue and green plastic climbing wall.
Yeah, that if you could do, then you were really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And not a lot of people
I was always scared to do that.
I couldn't do it. I think one day I finally did it, and I was so proud of myself. And behind it, there was this like new equipment that was added, because a long time ago, just like a year before, or like sometime before we got to the Bacon's playground, there was like nothing on it. It was like a slide and like the wall.
Yeah.
And was the zipline thing there?
I don't know.
Yeah, and there's a zipline. Okay.
It's not a zipline thing, though.
It pretty much is. There's a zipline, or no, there's the wall, then there's a kind of zipline thing, and then behind it is these two
blue, like different color blue from the plastic wall.
Yeah, like a richer blue.
More like a baby blue, though.
Yeah, but it's like...
And then there's, there's this two... I'll try to find a picture of it, and put it on...
Just go there. Go to the school.
Yeah? I'll just take a picture right now. Well, not right now, but...
Dude, one day we're gonna have to go to the school and just go through the whole playground and be like, I remember when I did this here.
That.
Yeah.
That could be a podcast.
Dude. I'm looking forward to that one.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so yeah, there's these two, climby blue thingies, and then the thing that connected these two towers.
It was like Yeah.
It was like a red spiderweb type thing.
Yeah, I think we called it the spiderweb, and we always played. There was a game that we played, and you had to be on it, and the other it was I can't think of what it was called, but it was basically the version of like, shark. I don't know why that comes to mind, but it's like if you're on it, the other person, the tagger, has to close their eyes and climb around it. But if they hear you on the ground, they yell whatever it is. Grounders. Yeah, I guess it was grounders. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with that. Anyway. One day me and Riley were on there.
Yeah, alone.
Yes. And for some reason... I was a pretty cool kid back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
I was quite popular amongst
like the 30 people on that playground.
Yeah, amongst people. Everyone knew who I was because, I'm Connor.
Obviously.
And anyway...
No one does anymore, though.
Yeah, no one knows who I am now. This is a story for another time.
Yeah.
And I climbed to the top of it.
Yeah, and I was up there with you.
That's another thing that cool people could do.
Uh-huh.
But it was easier than the wall for some reason, even though it was higher.
Yeah.
Anyway, I climbed up top. Oh, and in the middle of it, like the spine, there's like handles.
Like step ladders.
Right, there's like a step ladder that goes around so you can climb up it really easily.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I was on top of it, and I fell from the top and like smacked my head and my neck
on the bars, like
off
several
the
times.
Step ladder bars, and I landed on those playground rocks, like the small pebbles.
Well, they're probably not like that big.
Yeah, and I was fine, completely fine.
Yeah.
I didn't have a scratch after. I didn't have like a bump on my head or anything.
A bruise.
No bruise.
A concussion.
Nope, nothing. And I was perfectly fine. And I laid down there and I started laughing. And I told Riley that I used a health pack.
Which is an item in Invisimals.
Because we were playing that at the time. And if you really love, you could use a health pack.
Yeah. So
for some reason I thought it was a great idea to crack a joke and say, yeah, I used a health pack to survive my 5-foot drop. You know how easy those probably are to climb now?
Like, the wall is probably like as tall as me.
We could probably reach the top of the wall and pull ourselves up.
That's for that podcast.
Oh yeah, I can't wait until that one. I'm so ready for that. When it gets warmer, we'll go down. Maybe the trail too.
one lunch hour. We're just gonna run down to Arcadia.
Yeah, we'll make it there in time. No, one lunch we should just go to Frenchie's.
Just like during the exams.
Yeah, that was fun. I think we read like 3 hours.
Yeah, I know. A 20-minute exam.
Yeah, we wrote our English exam took us like 20 minutes because she gave us like 10 questions on it.
Yeah, it was like 10 questions. Half of, like, 3/4 of it was multiple choice, and there was like 17 points you can get in total.
Yeah, and there was like 3 written questions. It's because we didn't do anything the whole first like semester.
We still haven't.
No, exactly. And all we did was read The Outsiders, which a lot of us had already read before.
I hadn't, because I wasn't in your class at that time.
I didn't read it in class, because I read it on my own time. Autumn had it, so I just stole it from her and read it. Anyway, so I finished it, and Nolan finished it, and Riley finished it, and Chase finished it. So we all just decided to...
We didn't want Chase there, technically, though.
Yeah,
he just kind of tagged along.
He came along, and he was fine, and it was fun. Anyway, so
for the most part, he was fine.
Yeah, well... I mean, he went on meatspin.com, so...
on a restaurant's Wi-Fi.
Yes. Basically, we had like 3 hours to do whatever we wanted until the next exam. Which was, what? Social studies science? I don't know. It was one of those ones. I don't know what it was because... I don't remember. Yeah. So we went all the way... We walked to downtown from... The high school. Which is like, what? 20-minute walk, 15 minutes, something like that. And then we walked all up and down Main Street, which is the street downtown. And we went to a Frenchie's. We went to, which is just a pretty much modified thrift store, basically. Yes. And we went to a restaurant and got our lunch. And then we went to a local electronics store. Yep. and we walked in there and went straight to the PS2 games for whatever reason. I think Nolan went to go look at them, so I was like, I'm going to look at them, dude. I have so many memories from it. Anyways, so we go there and we're like looking at the games, and I'm like freaking out because I'm seeing all these games that I remember playing from 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know. I think Riley said, should I buy a PlayStation 1? They are $40.
Yeah.
So I said, screw that. The PlayStation 2s are only $50. So, with that being said, a PlayStation 2 was bought that day.
Yeah, I walked across the road to get to the bank to take $100 out, and then I bought a PS2 and then 2 Cars games.
Yes, two of the best games ever.
Clearly.
And we walked back to the high school, and we met our friends that were there, Alex and Nick.
Yeah, because they took a hell of a long time.
Because they took so long to write a 20-minute exam. And we got back, and we decided to tell them that we found a Yu-Gi-Oh card, that was worth $150 because we had brought it to that game store, and we traded it for a PS2. And they believe me. And us.
I mean, Nick found out.
Nick realized because he had asked Nolan, because we didn't go through the plan with Nolan, and Nolan kind of gave it away. But I mean, for the most part, Alex believed us. The whole time
until later that day.
Until a couple days after I told him. And we actually did find a Yu-Gi-Oh card though. Yeah, it's only worth $1. But I mean, we can pretend.
Yeah, we can believe.
Exactly. I mean, it was hollow, so that's gotta mean something.
It was, what, a meteoritic cubic vessel?
I think it was a vessel. Do you still have it somewhere in here?
Somewhere.
No, I can't be bothered to find it.
Yeah, me neither.
I'm trying to think of what other stories.
Yeah.
Maybe we should save them for our field trip to the program.
Oh, yeah.
So I'll probably think of a whole bunch when we're there.
Because everything's just going to come, shooting back.
Yeah, it's like when you watch an episode of SpongeBob. And you're like, oh, I don't remember what happened in this one. And a second later, you're like, oh my god, this is the one with the campfire song. Yeah. I'm excited to go on our field trip now.
Yeah.
But I've got nothing else to say. So.
Yeah, I don't think I do either.
Alright, I have to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you all for at least watching the first minute of this. If you're 23 minutes into this, then congratulations. You wasted 23 minutes of your time. Unless you really enjoyed this. But, I mean, for right now, I kind of doubt it.
Yeah. It's just going to be like you and me that enjoyed it.
Yeah, I like doing it. It's because I like talking about stuff. And about, stories.
And then playing video games after.
And then playing the PlayStation 2. That's why, dude, I just come here because I want to play the PlayStation 2.
Yeah, even though you have one.
Even though I have one. Well, I mean...
You're borrowing.
I kind of own it. So, thank you all for watching.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the next episode.
Swahili Moments.
Swahili
Moments.